T minus 1 minute. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Own it, own it, own it, Kong. I own it. It did.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.
That's right. Happy New Year 2023. You are here. Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. And it is us. Your Dynamite dolls are back.
We're
on
here.
a second hiatus, but we're back in 2023.
Yeah, sorry about last week, guys. There was a lot happening.
It just be like that. It's fine. You know, holidays, New Year's, life, it be like that. But we are here. It's 2023. Besides a little hungry, like we talked about, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm okay. It's been a rough couple days, but fuck it, we ball. So we'll push past it and try to be better. How are you, my friend? I haven't seen you in 2023.
I know. I'm alive after the Wrestle Kingdom sleepover.
Oh, Wrestle Kingdom sleepover was a time, baby. I fell asleep right before Will and Kenny.
Oh no, I fell asleep the last 10. I almost made it. Last 10 of Okada and Jay White.
I was fighting. I was fighting for my life. Do you hear me? That was the longest. It was so good, but I could not make it. I had to get up and watch the rest of the matches this morning.
Yeah, and I had my light on all day, and then it was the last match. I was like, "Oh, okay, it's cool, sick. I can get comfy in the last match." No, I woke up. Okada had the belt on, and I was like, "Oh no."
I put my laptop on the end table, thinking, "Okay, let me just switch over to this side since my hip is hurting."
No,
Wrap.
We can't get
out of there. Did not make it. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Let me see. Justin, no problem. New Year's Smash was just there. This is something it left some questions. Definitely left something. It left something.
And end of the year. She's
end of the year.
No, she has ideas. Yeah.
I guess we can do it with the
yeah, new year, but same old, same old. You know what we got to do.
Me? You go first.
Yeah, I'll say medium.
Medium.
I was good and I enjoyed it.
I'll give it medium. It was it had a little cayenne in it, but it wasn't like, oh my God, knock me out of the park.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but I was like, I was satisfied.
I wouldn't say all that. Would not say all that. We'll get to it.
Because I'm extra and I like a theme. Happy New Year. Clearly, I didn't make this roast. It would not have been him.
Anybody but him. You could have put the damn Bucks on there and I'd have been happier than him. But
they could have been the Y. They should have did that. Anyways, so new era, new set. It was a whole new. We were.
I actually do
crowded.
like the new set, though. I do
Yes.
like the new set.
I
like the
it
red and
too.
blue. It's super cute to me, so
Mhm.
I enjoyed that.
I hope they change up the colors all the time. You know, red and blue is a little
That
patriotic.
could be cute
You
to
know?
change it all the time.
Yeah. They gave us a vertical card this week, so it's not as nice as usual. But for the new year, we had the tag team championships on the line. Acclaimed versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal.
Right.
Swerve, AR Fox. A lot of hometown boys. We were in Seattle, Pacific
Right.
Northwest. We had Bryan Danielson and Tony Nese. Ricky Starks, Chris Jericho. We're going to hear from Moxley. We're going to hear from MJF. We're going to hear the status of Hangman. And, of course, the baddies were going to team up against former baddie Kiera and Sky Blue, who's always just available.
Right.
She's still there.
Right.
You know.
It had potential.
It seemed pretty good. It's a loaded card, aside from the
Right.
Jared of it all, but, you know.
Right.
We opened the show. Jericho, Ricky Starks, and well, first of all, Ricky had an amazing entrance. Let's just talk about that. I think Mika went to get some food, so I'm just gonna stall for a minute. But the Ricky Starks entrance, the drama, it's perfect. He said, "New set, let's do this." Really good match. Did you enjoy Ricky's entrance in the new set?
Of course I did. I love Ricky. Ricky is one of the best things to happen to this company.
Yes.
And so I definitely enjoyed the new of Ricky, you know.
It looked so good. And yeah, he perfect person to like, this is how we're gonna start the new year, is Ricky Starks. Not Jericho, but sure, he was there.
Don't get started.
But good match.
Good match, but you know,
Ricky pulled out the win.
as he should.
Obviously. Jericho's on his losing streak, I guess.
Whatever, who cares?
I don't care. But the real story is afterwards, when of course JAS couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle Jericho being.
They're such poor losers.
They really are. And also, like, Tay and Anna got involved. And where was Ruby? Where was Ruby? Where was Willow?
Where was anybody? Because Ricky, well, Andrade, Action and Andrade,
Yeah,
he's better than me. Because that girl would have caught an elbow on my way down.
And nobody would have been mad about it. But I appreciate continuity. I thought Andrade was not burned, but he's still burned. We gave him a little.
Right.
Well,
Joseph says, obviously, creative care, Jericho, Appreciation Society so weak. They need a girl, Taynara Mello, to help them look good. Child. And she didn't even help them look good. You know what? She makes them look weak. She makes them look like they all have small dick energy because you can't take a loss and go sit down. Now, if everybody's collective penis is 8 inches together, if we got a whole bunch of micro penis energy happening here, that's fine. But take that somewhere else because this is getting old. And please, for the love of God, Jake Hager, do not try to do his pose ever again.
Oh my God.
Like a broke ass G.I. Joe when you can't move the joints no more. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh man, I should have inserted my photo with Ricky doing the pose because that's how you do it.
Because he butchered it.
Also, we already have a first contender for the next Turnbuckle Glam for Hot Mess. Looking at you, Hager, unless somebody else wears something worse. But that is, woof.
It's 2023, Sam. I'm not telling lies. I'm not holding back. I'm going to be honest. And JAS stands for somebody find us a penis because everybody has small dick energy.
Okay, but doesn't Ricky have more friends?
I mean, I thought Ricky had friends, but apparently he only got one. Action Andrade.
Again, where was Ruby? Where was Willow? They got beef with Anna and Tay.
Where was anybody at this point?
I don't know. But then
They could have called
this
me.
happened. For real, we would pulled up. It's Seattle. It's not. Let's quick flight. Yeah, this happened. They put the man through a table. Ugly way that he threw him. Hated it. I'm already ready for this to be over, but I think it's just JAS.
It's just beginning, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh God, it's going all the way to Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Likely.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Woof. All right. We're gonna get an update on my favorite cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Hangman comes out, says if he gets a brain scan this week, if he's a good boy and he does not get any fights, he can be cleared for next week. He's not cleared for now. So in LA, that's where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, yep, yes, I will be there. He's gonna quote, knock Mox's dick in the dirt. That's a direct quote. Sure, cowboy, I guess. There was a lot with this. Then Mox comes out and his mic didn't work.
That was funny. He was like, the fucking mic gonna work?
And that's how you throw an F-bomb.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We could hear, the crowd and in there could not hear. I understand. I would be bad too. Seattle was a good crowd. They had a really...
Seattle was very active. I'm proud of them.
Good job. See, people sleep on the West. Appreciate it.
Right.
But Mox, he comes out and he says, essentially, he calls him soft for complaining about his brain. He traveled, injured. And Hangman says it's not about that. It's about he made a joke. It did. It really killed the momentum after that.
Yeah. They tried to get it back, but it was a struggle.
Yeah. But, yeah, he said he made a joke of him, and he's going to beat him up next week. They're going to beat each other up next week. It's going to be a good time.
If he's cleared.
He will be cleared.
We'll see.
He's going to be clear. He's going to be clear in the next 2 weeks. I'm going to be at the next 2 Dynamites, so...
You'll get to see your favorite cowboy.
I will see my cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hey, Kim.
This mess.
Chop.
A mess. Match is going on.
Try not to cuss on the new year. Continue.
Sanjay and the tall man get kicked out. They need all the referees to help them out, obviously. And then we get distracted. We think this happened. My jaw dropped. I said no. I yelled at my TV. I said no, thank you. But, and I know you don't like her, but Aubrey saved the day.
Oh no, I don't hate Aubrey. I just want her to stop trying to get a Emmy every time she's on the damn TV.
I think she was a theater kid. So
but she was effective tonight. She did her job.
She did. She saw it and she said, nah, he pulled that man's leg and this has to continue. Thank God, because I was about to fight somebody. I would have been big mad on here. But the match restarted.
The way I cussed when they said you and Joe knew.
It hurt my soul.
Absolutely the hell not. But like you said, it was fixed and our boys did what they needed to do.
Thank God. But unfortunately, this is going to continue because we saw later they're going to have a no holds barred match on Friday at Battle of the Belts. Stop.
If Tony Khan, in all of his cocaine glory, takes those titles off of them babies and puts it on that old man and the man with the accusations, I'm gonna have a whole fucking problem. I'm gonna just say it.
Ooh.
I thought the win was a legit botch. I think we all did because I was like, what is going on?
Yeah. It was too quick. It happened too fast. I was not. But thankfully, all is right with the world. We still have the Acclaimed as our tag team champions, and they're going to retain at Battle of the Belts. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Oh, please, Lord.
Oh, God. Anyway, we heard our first of 3 women's segments tonight. We got 3 of them spread out, not all together. So
we did.
We're starting off the new year pretty okay. I'm not saying
pretty solid.
Not holding my breath, but good start to the new year. Britt says her and Jamie are originals. Soraya doesn't know anything about AEW. That they're similar. They both had to figure out their place in the company. And she does praise Tony and Sheeta by saying she had the best with her and she still hasn't picked a partner.
Right.
Curiously end it with that she's the boss.
Wink.
Mm-hmm.
And then the killer and the pillar.
And the killer and the pillar. How we feel about this?
Segment was cool. I'm going to just say it. I don't want Mercedes here. I don't want it. I know it's probably going to happen. I don't want it. And I don't want it because this women's division is trying to build themselves up, and Mercedes needs to go where there is legitimate competition, and that's where she is, which is Stardom and New Japan. If she comes to that division, it's going to overshadow most of the women there. 1, because of her name. 2, because hate her or love her, she's great in the fucking ring. So I don't want all of the work that these other women have been doing to be washed away with her presence. New Japan is where she needs to stay. They don't cut promos much, which is great because Mercedes is not a great talker. So it is what it is. Get out there and kick ass. Wrestle, look cute, and stay over there in Japan for a little bit. I mean, of course, you're coming to San Jose for, the New Japan show or whatever, but I don't want her to come to AEW. I don't think that she would benefit the women's division. But that's just me being honest. I don't think she would bring anything additional to it other than Sasha stands, but I don't think her being there, her presence, would really elevate as much as it would take away.
Yeah, and we see this with the men. They'll bring in a big name and everybody else gets pushed aside, and we don't see Hobbs. We don't see Mira. You know what I mean? We don't see anybody for months here and there. So we already have a struggling, struggle's a hard word, but you know what I mean? Our women, we're trying. And now we're invested. We see, Sky Blue pops up all the time. Willow's there. Ruby's there. We're kind of trying, sort of. We see them and we can familiarize ourselves with them.
Casey, you gotta go.
No, get out. You're just gonna hear the
difficulties. Everybody, it is difficult, but it's even more difficult when people are eclipsed by a name.
Yeah,
and that's what's gonna happen if Sasha shows up, and that's not Sasha's fault. Well, Mercedes, even though it's Sasha Banks in a new outfit, but it's not Mercedes' fault that that's who she is. But I don't see the benefit. I won't see the benefit. If it happens, great, good for y'all, happy for you. But I'm hoping if it does happen, it's more benefit than it is hindrance to the division.
Right, and if it can elevate it, like you said, because they do get so tunnel vision when somebody, new shiny toy, especially this new shiny toy, they're gonna want her on everything. It is, and even somebody like Jamie might even fall to the wayside.
Exactly, Joseph, you're right. I agree.
like it's cool, but she looked right in that Wrestle Kingdom ring with
Mhm.
Kyrie.
Yeah.
It felt right to see her there. And maybe if there's like a Forbidden Door 2, that would be cool. Because that's
Right.
her fantasy booking show.
Right.
That's okay. You know, maybe a here and there, but I don't want her, like you said, it would take away too much. But we'll see next week.
We shall see.
But my thing about Mercedes, Sasha, whatever, in a few years, she's just going to end up in WWE, right?
I don't know. I don't think so.
They all end up back there.
I mean, we'll see, but I hope not. I hope she does the unexpected route. Joseph plays Jamie
get all
Carter getting
her.
TV time. If Sasha came back to the States, I would want her in Impact. She would be a better asset there. Well,
They don't have that kind of money.
I just want her to stay in New Japan. I just want her to stay there.
Yeah. We'll see next
But
week.
we'll see.
It could be an entirely different swerve. It could be somebody completely different.
Well, we'll see, because she named her partner, but I don't think that's going to pan out.
Oh, absolutely not. We'll get into that. But yeah, this is an interesting segment. All right. These boys.
These clowns. Somebody get the kids off the TV.
Why does he have a backpack?
It's time
Is
for
he
grown
already
people.
going to LA? Like,
Time for grown up activities. Get the kids off the TV.
what are they doing? Yeah, they just called out Big Bill, and they're gonna wrestle next week. Essentially.
Yeah, gonna do something.
I like the new set. This new backstage set's cute.
I really like the new backstage set. It's super cute. It is super cute. I enjoy it very much. They're not friends in real life. They're absolutely not friends. They like completely different things. Absolutely.
This is like Hook's mom is friends with Jungle Boy's mom, and she's like, "You boys are about the same age," and forces them to hang out even though they're grown.
You just have to hang out because our moms are together today.
Yeah.
100%.
They are driving their moms home because they got too drunk on the wine.
Yeah. Driving mom home is hilarious.
They just got their permits. Like, this is the vibe.
That's funny.
All right. Brian Danielson, Tony Nese, who did not get an entrance tonight. Poor Tony Nese.
That's not funny. I'm sorry.
Poor guy. An amazing response to Brian.
Very much so, but he was home. So
unsurprisingly, but it was great. He was so happy, living his best life, beating up Tony Nese. Josh Woods got involved. This is how it ended. Look at the joy on this man's face.
Yeah, he was happy to choke that man out. He found extreme pleasure from choking that man out.
He really did. Sure, do you? Yeah.
You know what?
Aww.
Please. Please.
Poor Tony Nese.
Is it poor Tony Nese? Is it really? Yeah, the crowd was super lit. He was right up the street from the house, so the hometown boys showed up. Oh, please, this was something. Joseph, tell me how you really feel.
I will say this went on just a smidge too long, but I had a good time watching this. But that
makes one of us.
It started out. The thing with an MJF promo lately is it starts out pretty good. We're having a good time, and then they just keep they give him too much time.
We're having a good time. It's hilarious.
Cut 5 minutes, even better.
That's a good question, Casey. Can Tony Nese ever be made a top guy?
Top? No, I would hope a strong mid-carder. Hold a title here and there.
I'm gonna go with no. For 200, Bob. Joseph says Brian was great on the mic. It went on too long. I can't believe we basically got the main event for Revolution 2 months early when normally we don't know the card till maybe 3 weeks out. Yep.
It really
They
is a
told
new.
it.
It really is a new era. In AEW.
Or something.
Maybe it was a fluke. Yeah, he calls him out. MJF, brain dead Brian. He says he's a special attraction. He's not gonna wrestle tonight. We got in some mom jokes. Weird considering MJF's mom actually, her thing is she hates Max and she will go to the show with signs that say even we hate him. So weird.
This is wild. This comment right here is crazy.
What have I done? I've opened a can of worms where we're just dunking on poor Tony Nese.
No,
Yeah, toss
Tony
your
Nese
hands,
deserves
y'all.
what he gets. He deserves what he gets.
He's trying.
He earned that all on his own.
Former cruiserweight champion. But we learned if Brian wrestles every week until February 8th. Where are they in February 8th? I don't remember. Texas. I don't remember. But
Maybe Vegas? I don't know. I can't remember.
I can't remember. They've been announcing a lot of dates all at one time.
Yeah. But Eddie has to win. He has to win
every week until the 8th. So the next month. He can fight MJF at Revolution. Brian says, cool. If I win all this, if I do what you say, I get to pick your stipulation. MJF.
Brian agrees. I mean, not Brian. MJF agrees like a dumbass.
He threw a temper tantrum. He was big mad about this.
He was, but he agreed.
He agreed, and the challenge has been set. Let's just call it now. The main event of Revolution is a 1-hour Iron Man match. MJF, Bryan Danielson, in San Francisco in March.
Yeah.
So now I have to go to San Francisco.
You don't have to do anything.
I don't have to, but I would like to. Yes, El Paso, Texas.
El Paso. Thank you, Dwayne.
Oh, the UK, yeah. So yeah, very that's big news. And the way I summarized that, see, you could have took all the minutes off that.
Yeah, because it was about 19 minutes too long.
Cut some time from MJF, you know.
Whatever.
We had Swerve and his friends versus AR Fox. Whew. I know your feelings on Swerve, but this match. Crazy. How'd you feel about it?
Meh.
I liked it.
I'm glad you did.
You have. Can you separate your feeling just the match wise?
It was flippy dippy. It was fun.
I did appreciate them calling back to Lucha Extreme though, or Lucha Underground. Sorry, Lucha Extreme's a promotion.
They did do that. Yeah.
So that's cool. We still don't know the name of that giant man, and I don't care to know that man's name.
They tweeted his name. He's a former baseball player, now turned wrestler.
Yeah. But does he have a wrestling name? He doesn't have a wrestling name because commentary said, we don't know this man's name.
Lizard Boy?
Yeah, we don't care. Good match. Good times. Yeah, AR Fox, so good.
I do enjoy AR Fox. I will give AR Fox his flowers every time. That other funny looking one, I ain't got nothing for him.
I'm trying, guys. And then out of nowhere, these two.
Yeah. This whole segment was a damn mess. This fake funeral.
Because they knew they weren't there.
Of course, so they have to try to show out like little children.
Of course. They had a whole thing.
I did too. I wanted AR Fox to win too, but alas. Why don't I like Swerve? Child, you don't have the time. I don't care for Swerve as an actual person, like a human being in his flesh. So it's a no for me. Did this man get banned from baseball to resort to tattooing his face? All right, guys.
Uh, yeah, this was interesting.
It was something.
It was there, and I can't wait for FTR. Well, I can't talk. FTR to come back and just beat him up.
Right.
It was a segment that happened. Okay, we got this little interview. Saraya, Tony, Sheeta. Tony decides her partner's gonna be Tony Storm.
And
And
Sheeta is not happy.
look at this. Why would you bring this? Is like giving Maury. This is like
It was because she completely turned her back on Sheeta, like that little shift in the chair. I was like, that's disrespectful as hell. If Sheeta took a kendo stick to both of them hoes, I would not feel away. Because that's disrespectful.
what was this?
Disrespect.
Like who's? I mean, yeah, that's a
Facts, Joseph. Ha! Sheeta was like this bitch. That's exactly
bubble.
what Sheeta was like.
I think she even tweeted out like, "What the fuck is this shit?" Like, you know what would have worked if? I mean, I understand there's something happening here. Somebody is turning next week. Somebody's betraying somebody next week. Clearly,
Sheeta gonna attack both of their ass with a kendo stick.
I don't know. I don't trust Saraya right now either.
I don't trust nobody over there, honestly.
Can't trust anybody. If I learned anything from Stone Cold as a child, it is DTA. Don't trust anybody.
Don't trust anyone.
So we'll see next week. Maybe Sheeta costs them. Maybe Sheeta
Definitely Sheeta heel turn, and it's time for a Sheeta heel turn.
Yeah.
Yes, it gave Jerry Springer. Hilariously gave Jerry Springer. I'm telling you, I just said that, Dwayne. Sheeta needs to go kendo stick crazy on both of them. Then maybe Sheeta will take the match because they'll both be medically not cleared, and then Sheeta can pick her own goddamn partner.
Okay. In this scenario, who's she picking?
Sheeta?
Yeah.
If I was her, I'd go get Makito. That's what I'd do. But, you know.
Sweetest in the world. She is newly gang affiliated. Yeah, I like it.
Them two. And then I would tell them Russell Stardom style. Kick they asses. Because if you guys missed Kyrie No Sane and Tams 6 minutes, they gave those women 6 minutes and they killed it as if it was the last time they were going to touch a wrestling stage. Go back and watch it. Stream it from Wrestle Kingdom last night / this morning. The gold standard was there. We was in the building. Nikki had to find some parking, but we was all there. Go back and watch.
I've never been to the Tokyo Dome, so
right.
Yeah, I like this. I like this idea a lot. That was 10 stars in the Tokyo Dome, literally. I'm curious because things are shifting and changing, and I want to know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Casey, Eva Marie, all right.
Stop. I thought we kicked you out.
We ain't no bubble guppies. There will be no bubble guppies wrestling in this damn ring. Okay. We already got terrible ass OnlyFans content. We gotta have bubble guppies too. Yeah, I said it. Tay Mello, your picture of lewd Velma from Scooby Doo. It was not giving. It wasn't.
Oh, we need your Twitter segment where Nyla roasted her.
Listen, Nyla said, I think you watched the wrong Scooby-Doo movie because she loses her glasses, not her skirt.
Yeah.
Girl.
This was next.
This shit here.
Things happening.
This shit
wasn't
here.
that happened.
It was I'm sorry.
But but here's all of the story.
That picture at the top is after Jay decided to bump her on top of the head for a tag. And I am not a Red Velvet fan, but baby, who the fuck you think I am? Because I would have left at that moment. And you gonna have to wrestle this whole match by yourself because I'm not your puppy. I don't give a damn how fine you think you are, how many muscles you got, and how many cosplays you do. I'm not your pet. Disrespectful.
Yeah, that's why she left. She can't take it anymore, and she shouldn't. If you're in a group, you want to be an equal part of the group, you know.
She had already made the entrance by just walking down the range. She's like, fuck this.
She had all that break when she was out, and she was like, she rethought her life and said, nah, this is not for me.
She got a new man and a new attitude. Okay.
Yeah. We almost it looked like Kiera was gonna pin Jade for a second after
It did. It did. I thought Jade was gonna take her first L. But alas, it did not happen.
No. Of course, Jade wins. Looks like Red Velvet's gonna be the baddie that beats her. I guess.
And that ain't no damn puppy. Listen, this right here, Red impressed me. She will impress me when she learns to slow down and control the pace of her matches. She has not figured that out yet, and she makes me tired with that fast motion wrestling that she does. But she did wrestle very well tonight. I will give her that.
They mentioned her and Kiera getting close.
Mm-hmm.
So now that she's left, well, I guess left, Jade, is this a tag team or we're going to form?
No.
No, we're not going to get back together?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't think we need it. There's not even a women's tag title to go after, so just let them wrestle. I'm just glad that Kiera's been on TV because she deserves to be there.
Consistently. They have put her on TV. Thank God. Yeah. Our main event.
With the baddies, it's the same song and dance. James win because Tony is booking her like the female Goldberg. That's true. That is true.
We say it all the time. She's back. He backed himself into a corner.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do with her?
Huh? Do we get another baddie? I personally hope not, and would have Jay go solo again. When this implodes, it needs to stay imploded.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't need to try to run it back, honestly.
No. Our main event.
Mm-hmm.
Samoa Joe. His Excellency. I'm sorry. His Excellency, the King of Television.
His Excellency.
Samoa Joe. Versus Seattle's own Darby Allin.
The Death Diver himself.
Yes. What did he call him? The little dead boy?
Little dead boy. Yes. I wanted to tell us a story about the little dead boy.
Yeah.
It was a great story, by the way.
It was.
Samoa Joe's a wonderful storyteller.
Exactly. Imagine him going to the library and reading to children.
No, I'm scared of that man.
I'm terrified.
I'm not scared of many people, but he frightened me at the press conference. I will tell you what. So
yeah, you were feet from him.
I don't like that.
Did he look you in the eyes?
He did.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Well, at least you made it out alive. You called him by the proper name. That's why.
I did. You
showed our.
You said thank you.
You showed our king respect. He didn't hurt you.
Agreed.
I was confused.
Why? Why? Joe was having such a good run and promo run as the king of television, and then Darby beats him with a double coffin drop and a pin.
Yeah.
I hate it.
We see Nick Wayne, because they mentioned on commentary he was trained by Nick's father, Buddy Wayne. Nick
Mhm.
is on a future contract, I believe that's what they called it, because he's 17.
Mhm.
If you guys don't know who Nick Wayne is, watch stuff. He's great, very talented. This just felt like planting the seeds for when Nick Wayne shows up in AEW.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
very cute. The match didn't even start, and Darby was on a ladder.
Because he's Darby Allin.
This is
This
Darby
is
Allin.
not.
He got new
It's not.
shorts for the occasion.
He
Proud
did
of
get
him.
new shorts. Joe did not.
Joe did not. Joe, he don't need to.
He could have at least put the green ones on.
He has all the primary colors. Come on, Joe.
I don't get it. I feel like this photo answered the question on why Darby won, but Wardlow couldn't. They have to push that Nick Wayne at 17 is already signed to AEW, but can't start working until 18. Maybe Joseph. I don't understand why it was Wardlow. I mean, Wardlow lost, but Darby was able to pull the title off. I don't know.
Right.
I don't feel like Darby's TNT title run was great enough for them to pull it and run it back. And now Sammy Guevara is posting pictures from when he was the interim champion, going face to face with Darby, low key calling him out. And I'm like, no, we're not doing this shit again. We are not doing this again. Absolutely the fuck not.
I don't want it.
Please.
I don't want it. Yeah, I didn't understand why Wardlow didn't get involved in any way. He didn't show up. Like, I'm sorry, this man got his hair cut last week. We didn't even get to talk about it, but he cut that man's hair last week. He cut off his little man bun. All the Wardlow girlies were in a frenzy last week. They ruined the end of the year. He took it off. And this man didn't get revenge?
Nothing. No follow-up.
Doesn't make sense. Make it make sense.
None whatsoever. Justice said, I don't want it. Me either.
I don't like in the theory of Darby Allin having the title does not bother me, but right now I do not want it.
I don't even know if it was a hometown thing. I don't know what Tony Khan is doing back there, but it's exhausting. I'll say that.
My only thought
keep Sammy Guevara away from the TNT title.
Honestly.
That needs to be we need to start a change.org petition.
In 2023, 2024, 2025, forever.
Forever. For the foreseeable future.
Yes. His father Sting came out.
Thought it was going to be a tense moment, but instead, we got the hug.
You also thought something bad was going to happen too?
I did, but we got hugs and love instead. And okay, great.
I don't know what that says about either of us.
I don't know if that's better or worse, but hey, we got it. We got an intimate Sting and Darby moment. Yeah, it was cute or whatever.
It's cute. It was cute. My only thought is they have to be doing something with Ring of Honor if they're taking an AEW championship off of Joe. Right?
Not necessarily. I mean, because if that's the case, they could have took it off of Joe and gave it to Juice at Final Battle.
Yeah, but wouldn't you put Juice in Ring of Honor?
I wouldn't put Juice anywhere.
I wouldn't either. You know how I feel about Juice. I was being nice by saying put him in Ring of Honor because I didn't have to see him every week. I said what I said. Sorry, Tony. I love you, girl, but
is that Tony Storm's man?
That's her husband.
All right.
Yeah. Anywho's.
You can't pick them for him, I guess.
Listen,
I don't.
If I was Juice and Tony picked me, I'd lock it down too.
I mean, because that's the best you're gonna get. Let's be honest.
A goddess like that chose you. Good for you. That's I was trying to just like rationalize why he would lose. That's my only hope is like something will happen with Ring of Honor and Joe. I don't know. Very odd. Very odd. He just got this title.
Yeah, well, it's gone now. I thought Joe would have a longer run as AEW champion. I felt like he only got both belts because the fears that Tony might have had of Joe going back to WWE. I don't know. I could see that being a concern, but also I really feel like Joe did elevate those titles with the gimmick. I just really feel like he did. I feel like the King of Television did what he needed to do. Maybe now Hobbs will beat Darby for the title. Baby, I can only dream because at this point they don't want me to see that man on TV. So
that I would like to see.
And I just already know when you go that he's gonna be there. I already know.
It's because they're in California. That's the only reason, I swear. I'm sorry. Come to San Francisco. We'll see him at Revolution.
Ha! Right.
He's bound to be at San Francisco because he's from Oakland. He's going to cross the bay. He'll be right there.
I know.
Oh, you're going to see him at WrestleMania. He'll be fine.
I better see him at WrestleMania. It's
I
going to
gotta
be a
be
big
there
show
when
in LA.
I gotta be there when you meet that man. I will
It'll be
there.
just like when I met Jeff. I'll hold it together and then cry after.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is how we ended the show, guys. This right here. This
What a year. This is the end of the year. End of the year. End of the show. New year.
Yes, Rampage and Battle of the Belts 5 is Friday. Yes. It is.
Also,
they named off the card, but it was a lot going on, child.
Jade will be fighting Sky Blue at Battle of the Belts. I had the picture, it didn't send, so I was gonna put it up here.
For the title?
For the title.
Child. All right, so Sky Blue finna get squashed.
Imagine Sky Blue wins.
If Sky Blue beats Jade for that title, I will cackle from places unknown. I mean, it will be from the depths of my soul that I will laugh. Rampage will be taped. I am not sure if Battle of the Belts is live or taped.
Rampage is going to be live, and because they're going to be in Portland on Friday, it's going to be a live Rampage and Battle of the Belts right after, because that makes sense.
Yeah, just ain't that how they did it last time though? Just exhaust us.
It doesn't make sense. It was fine when it was a Saturday special.
Or just make like they do it. Just make Rampage the actual Battle of the Belts. Why do we have to do two separate shows?
You could just do Rampage, Battle of the Belts.
That
2-hour special.
Yeah, so we do have a rematch for the tag titles, but it's no holds barred. Yes, we heard the and let me get this off real quick.
Please go ahead.
Y'all know that I am not an Aubrey Edwards fan. I feel like she needs to stop the acting and referee. But I'm gonna tell you this: when Jeff Jarrett put his knee in her face to move, I would have slapped the cocaine out of that motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you right now, I would have slapped his head backwards on his damn shoulders. Because what the fuck do you think you doing? You old white man, get somewhere and sit down. I did not like that at all. I was like, it was too aggressive. It was too much. Calm your ass down, Papa, before I flip you over this goddamn top rope. Sorry. I'm never an Aubrey fan. Well, it's not that I'm not a fan. I like her. She's cool. She just be doing too much. But don't do that. Don't do that.
That was disgusting.
I will slap the cocaine out your guitar. Sir, don't play with me.
Yeah. Don't do that in the next 2 weeks, or else we'll never be able to go to an AEW show ever again.
Well, listen, it was fun while it lasted.
Yep, I had a good run. Goodbye.
Great run. I'm gonna slap the
We had a solid 9-month run here on the show.
I'm gonna slap that man's teeth out his mouth. I swear to God. JD said, "Happy New Year's, Women's Wrestling Talk." Here's Tamika and Jared's Booger Sugar. Listen, man, I would have forgot myself. This is why I do not work in the wrestling world, because baby, I understand that adrenaline was rushing, but hello.
Oh yeah. Listen, I would immediately like to talk to my boss and be like, "Excuse me."
Casey said, "Lord, not the dentures." Yes, dentures flying left and right because I'm slapping them.
Also, they did mention Karen Jarrett, little Twitter rant.
Child, I'm more tickled at Barbie saying the only way that they can link me to Kurt Angle is because we was co-workers. Please don't play in my face, bitch. You don't. Who you playing with? Like, I'm not for play. Don't play with me. And then Max Caster, of course, had to take a shot at it, which I giggled thoroughly.
He really did.
He said what he said in the rap. So, I mean.
It's the 4th day of the year, everybody.
4th day. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We're here.
Oh boy,
We are here.
thought 2022 was crazy. Oh boy,
It's been a great run, guys. 9 months, but I'm gonna get us kicked off because
we're out.
I would have slapped that man backwards. I promise I would have. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is why I know my place on this side of the screen, on this side of the camera, because baby, I'm gonna shoot, and I'm gonna shoot hard, and then now I gotta go talk to Tony Khan in his office because yes, shout out to the 4, Nikki. Shout out to the 4. I love you. I know you're at the end of an era right now, and you're dealing with your feelings about Mercedes Moné, but it's okay.
But you know what? They're all thriving all around.
They are, and Naomi looked so cute at Wrestle Kingdom last night. Oh my god! And Bailey with her AR jacket on. Come on.
We still need those. But first of all,
we do need those.
Naomi, Trinity, showing MJF how it's done.
Because the Burberry cat suit was cat suiting, okay? She looked good as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And then the cutest picture of Bailey, Sasha, and FTR in the back. Too cute.
So cute.
Too cute. And Karen Jarrett has lost it. She claims in the tweet that Kurt supposedly cheated on Karen with Kelly and Don Marie. Exactly. Mm-hmm. And Kelly was like, leave me out of this, bitch. I don't have nothing to do with that. Thank you, Joseph. I'm glad. Speaking of, how did Banks come back to wrestling and there was no show today with okay. Listen.
Holiday.
Money Monet did what she needed to do. Now, the in-ring promo at Wrestle Kingdom was not great. I did not love it. But that post-show,
that's the one
where she was sitting at that table and she told them, y'all have been tweeting about me constantly since I left, and now y'all don't want to have a conversation? Now you don't want to talk to me? Now you don't have no questions? I was like, okay, Mercedes, I like that.
She's not wrong.
Give it to me. So we're going to see. But we all know Tony Khan obsesses over his relationship with New Japan Wrestling, Ring of Honor, and AEW. So it is very, very possible that Monet may show up on an AEW show in the near future. So, I mean, just, get it together. But the post show just got 2 finger wags. Alamika got wagged a finger at the same time. Listen, it was the cutest thing. And New Japan puts their post show interviews on YouTube, so you can just go pull it up on YouTube. But yeah, she was like, "No, y'all been talking about me for months, and now y'all ain't got nothing to say. Hello, I'm sitting right here. Like, really?" Yeah. So it was super cute.
And I think that promo, it was fine. I just think she got nervous. Hey, she probably just got nervous. Like, it's been a long time since we've seen her in a wrestling space.
She probably did get nervous. I mean, and
that's a big stage.
I will say, listen, the gear last night, if you did not see it, top tier. Gear was top tier. The rising sun on her ass cheeks was hilarious to me. Okay? Because I know the Japanese people was like, nah, my rising sun on that black lady's ass cheeks, it was. And it was. And it was positioned properly. She's got a little more booty. Shout out to her her limber instructor, her working her and Naomi out. The yams was yamming. But I did not love the hair. I did not love the hair.
Yeah, I don't think the hair's staying. The hair was a moment.
It was a moment. It
but
was.
I don't think it's staying. She's not going to keep it. It was literally
just for the moment.
Dead. Yeah.
It was definitely Sasha Banks and a new.
Mm-hmm.
Sasha Banks. She was okay. When they take a burger and they make it a wrap,
yes.
Right? Or like how In-N-Out has protein style where you can get lettuce instead of the bun. Mm-hmm. That's what it was. It was Sasha Banks protein style with animal sauce. So it was just, am I wrong? It was.
Wrong. But I mean, plenty of the men do that, and we are fine with it. And if it's not broke, don't fix it.
It was a little broke last night. Just a little.
I'm gonna give it to one, and if she does it again, then I'll be mad.
Okay.
One time,
okay.
You know what I mean? It's been 8 months?
Actually, JD, she got a pretty decent pop. When they were showing the vignette, it was pretty quiet until they showed her face. Then when they showed it was her, then you kind of heard some.
I think they still have screaming rules where they could only.
No, they didn't now.
I thought it was only at certain times, like not the whole time. But if it warranted it, I think that's why it was a little.
It could be, and then
like
you also have to realize. Yeah, and then you also have to realize this is Wrestle Kingdom. That was the first women's match that has ever happened on a Wrestle Kingdom. Let's be clear. First women's segment to ever happen on the show. So that was something different in and of itself. Because when women want to see wrestling in Japan and you want to see women wrestle, you need to go to Stardom and the other organizations. So that match being on that card, which is why Sasha said, I know a little bit about making history as well, because Kairi and Tam made history wrestling on the main card as women at that New Japan show. So let's acknowledge that. But yeah, Sasha, I'm sorry. Mercedes Moné.
It's gonna be a
Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks protein style. She was cute. Casey said, at first I thought it was a botched dye job. Then I saw it was on purpose and said, oh. Dwayne said in and out. Yes, protein style Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Mika brings Subway sandwich economics into the stream. I'm just saying.
How else will you learn? How are the children going to learn?
Y'all know I like to make things where you guys can understand it and see. I like visuals, right? Mm-hmm. So if you just take your In-N-Out burger and you make it protein style, that's what we got with Mercedes Moné. But it was cute. It was a moment. It worked. Mm-hmm. And the one tweet that made me giggle, and we are going to introduce this segment next week. I'm going to start sharing tweets. But somebody said, and Nikki read this to me and I was cackling. Somebody said, is this how the women wrestle in Stardom? Oh no, Sasha's about to get her ass whooped. Like, I'm just saying, I hope she's been practicing because the women out there knock teeth out for fun. And I don't know if our pretty girl is really ready.
Like, they are tiny. They're so small. Terrifying.
It's so powerful.
They're so powerful. They're just in there, just kicking everyone's ass. And I am terrified of Joshi wrestlers, but I love them.
Yeah, JD. Search it out. It was it technically started at like midnight Central last night. There was actually, and I know this is women's wrestling talk, but there were some really great wrestlers that showed up on the card. Hikuleo was on the card. Oh my God, I can't even. It was so much. Ishii.
Murder Grandpa Suzuki.
Murder Grandpa was on there.
Kenny
Carl
was on
Anderson,
there.
Tamatonga, Leo Rush. Like it was.
Leo Rush got messed up last night.
That match was really good. There was not a bad match on that card.
No, you're never gonna find a bad match on New Japan. There's people I don't like, but
it's true.
Everyone's talented in New Japan.
FTR
were there.
All those names sound great. Who are they? Oh my God, JD, go watch the show. Wait, no, we don't want Stardom.
Whoa, no.
Right now, Casey, I'm gonna tell you right now. Listen to me when I say this. I am not a wrestler. Okay, I'm cute. I'm little. I'm thick. I could beat somebody up, but I'm not a wrestler. You bring that Stardom wrestler out, and I'm gonna be a felon because I'm gonna start shooting. I'm not wrestling them hoes. I'm going to air it out. I'm just like, look at my face. I'm not wrestling them. They're not gonna knock my teeth out. They're not gonna have me bleeding and looking cockeyed. Absolutely not. I'm gonna have to shoot them hoes. I'm just making it clear. I love you, Stardom ladies. Y'all do something I can't, but I'm gonna have to shoot them. So don't book it. Don't book it if you love them, because I'm gonna shoot.
I'm truly terrified of Joshi wrestlers.
I am truly terrified of Starlight Kid. She scares me.
Like, I would probably rather be in the ring with Shayna Baszler than any Joshi wrestler, especially Starlight Kid. And I'm
put me in the ring with Bray Wyatt at this point.
Scared of her.
I'll take a damn RKO from Randy Orton like Stephanie McMahon did before you put me in the damn ring with them ladies. Absolutely not. Did you see that elbow that Kyrie dropped last time?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Done. Done. But yeah, go watch that. We're not experts, but we know a little bit. You like it.
Y'all laughing, but I'm dead ass serious. Don't put me in the ring with them.
And yeah, I already told Nikki we're gonna be talking about some Wrestle Kingdom looks.
We are going to be
From
talking
what
about
they have.
Wrestle Kingdom looks. There were some looks. There were some looks that were looking. The women, they did it. Okay.
Every time.
Stardom are losing a booking with Rikishi. So listen, everyone talks about how legendarily great Rikishi's hygiene is. And
Unless he
I
likes you.
actually met him at Mania last year and he smelled amazing. So I'll take the L.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be respectful about it. And the only time he was not is if he didn't like you. So
And he liked it. So I'm all right.
he is a GM at the LGBTQIA promotion we have here in town. He's actually their GM. So I'll see him around.
I'll take my chances.
Yeah, that's fine. Maybe that's how
Plus,
you get in
that
the
would
bloodline.
be closer to Solo. So I
You're
can take him
thinking.
from his baby mama. So, yeah. Mhm. What?
I was just thinking, like, this has nothing to do with anything, and we probably should end the show. But what happens? I was just thinking Hobbs and Solo. What happens?
Eiffel Tower.
Damn it.
Shout out to Creep Squad. If you know, you know. If you know,
Oh my
you
god,
know.
what a year. What 2023.
What a year on day 4. On day 4.
Four.
Not sometimes one misses the dingleberries. All right, JD. You got to go. Log
You
off.
have too wild on this Wednesday.
Too wild. Wild Wednesday. Y'all are starting out the
Well-
year. Setting the tone.
I guess. Yeah, that was the show. Next week, probably Thursday. Because I will.
Oh, because
be
you're
at
going.
Dynamite. Next 2
Yeah.
weeks, unless I get home late, or we might do a late one. I don't know. We'll figure that schedule out. Probably Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, don't look for us regular Wednesday. I will be in LA. Hey, that's our new friend.
That's our new friend. Y'all gotta make sure y'all see each other since y'all gonna be at Dynamite in LA together.
Find me.
I gotta do
me. I know there's gonna be plenty of people. So yeah. Say hello if you see this little one. And next week in LA. And I'll be next 2 Dynamites I will be at. So schedule changes. But yeah. You know where to find me, Alia. Where are we gonna find you on the internet?
Y'all know where to find me. Meet the Mage, Making Magic on Twitter is where I prefer you guys to hit me up about the wrestling things. How Not Tall is Al. Al is less not tall than me.
I'm 4'11". Me and Zelina Vega. Yeah.
Same height.
Mhm.
And I
and Layla Hirsch.
and legit Layla Hirsch. And I am 5'5". So we're both very not tall. We have some new shows coming. Our new friend is going to be on a show. We're having a new Women's Wrestling Army after show that's going to be added to the list. You're still going to get your Raw post show. You will get your Wow Superstars post show. You will get your
Impact
news.
Mm-hmm.
You will get us. You will get Impact. You will get Rampage and SmackDown, and you will get NXT, and you will get Turnbuckle Glam. So you guys are still getting everything. We're just adding one more little show. Be on the lookout for some interviews. We got some titans of interviews coming out. I'm so excited.
I saw those names and I logged in. I said, ooh.
Hello? Okay. We're doing the things. We're doing the things in 2023. 2023 is going to be great for Women's Wrestling Talk. Great for your Dynamite Dolls. Great for the Gold Standard. Shout out to the Salt Shakers. We love you, Salt Shakers. Yeah. Y'all been along for the ride for 9 months. Y'all know how this goes. We're just going to keep doing it. We're going to keep doing it until they tell us we can't do it no more. And then we going to leave and do it on our own platform. So we're still going to do it.
Secretly.
We're going to be doing it. So we love when y'all join us for Wild Wednesdays. Tony Khan.
Is he going to stop us?
Tony Khan. Tony Khan.
You owe us money.
Stop us. Tony Khan supports us. He's a nice guy.
True. You know what? He's been in the room with both of us. He knows who we are.
He knows who we are.
You popped him, so.
I have that effect on people sometimes. It is a baby, JD, but we're coming up. I think we might have been here longer than 9 months.
No, we started in March. We started in March. That's because I started in March. So, and we started when I started.
It's true. It's true. Okay. Well, bigger and better things for 2023.
Yes. Very excited to see where AEW goes this year.
Or don't go.
Oof.
We'll be here either way.
Yeah, we'll be here. We'll be here. It'd be great. It'll be fine. And
Wonderful.
we'll all talk through it if it isn't. So.
Yeah. Therapy sessions. Group therapy.
This is what we need. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you next week. Not on Wednesday. Do not look for us Wednesday. Just keep your notifications on. You'll find us.
Yeah, you know we'll tweet.
And,
We'll tweet and tell you guys. Don't worry about it. We got you.
Right.
Follow us on the things, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.